I was going to say advantages and disadvantages are of camping in a teepee tent, but right now I'm only coming up with disadvantages. Hey, welcome to the reset. My name is Chad, and if you stick around through the whole video, there's a good chance you might see me hurt myself. We are camped up at about 6,200 feet elevation on the base of the Colorado Plateau in northern Arizona. Gonna set up the teepee tent, and first line of business before I do any of that is to get a fire going, a good roaring fire, because I've got a good dinner planned for tonight, and it's going to be in the Dutch oven, and it's going to take a long time to make. Stick around. The reset starts now. Folks, I will be the first to admit that teepee tent, hot tenting camping, or just teepee tent camping in general, is my least favorite type of camping. I still enjoy it, but all those videos you've seen on YouTube of guys putting a teepee tent down and sticking that pole in and boop, going right back up, it's not that easy. As a matter of fact, this tent, any teepee tent I've had, and I've had a few, they're kind of a pain to put up. Getting that perfect pitch, staking out the whole center or the outside area, it's kind of a chore and not very fun. The other little nuance with teepee tents is, despite the fact that, whew, I'm out of breath. Despite the fact that there's no rain in the forecast and there's no snow and the winds are even going to be down, you still have to, well, you don't have to, but it'll benefit you if you guy these sidewall guys out. And the reason being is when you guide them out, it'll pull those walls out a bit and give you a ton more space inside. I should have just brought the inflatable tent. To put things into context, this took me 30 minutes to set up, and it's been about 45 minutes since we started, so yeah, much easier setups out there. And that right there, folks, is at the top of the list of my biggest gripe with teepee tent camping. And that is this pole. Obviously, it's the main structure support, but it goes straight down the middle of the teepee. And everything you do in here has to revolve around this. Not hitting it, not being in the way, getting out of bed at night, cooking, everything revolves around this pole, and it can get kind of annoying. So now in this situation, I've got to take this winter wheel stove, and I've actually got to pivot it so that this door can close. You can take these teepee tents and hang them from a tree and eliminate the pole instead and just tie it to a branch from the top. The problem with that is one, you got to find a branch that's at about the right height, or a piece of string. But if you've got a branch right overhead, you're not going to be able to probably use the wood burning stove because of the chimney pipe going up being that close. Also, the disadvantage with hanging it from a tree branch is if it's windy or in any inclement weather, that is a big no-no, because that tree's going to sway, your tent's going to sway, and your anchor points on the ground aren't going to be right. I've never done it, don't plan on ever doing it, and after this trip, I'll probably seldom use this tent as well. I just realized, or I remembered actually, that this tent has an awning that you can put up on it. So I don't have to use the canvas shelter thing, or temporary shelter, day shelter. So I'm going to put that up instead of having to mess with that canvas tarp that we messed with last weekend. Ugh. Ow, that was hot. They still stink. So as you can see, like, the limitations on this they're there. The fact that it's a cone shape means that the only real usable space in a teepee tent is everything from like right here down. So like a little bitty cone right in the middle, because back here, the wall just comes too close to the ground. Now, unless you're sleeping on the ground, that might work, but who wants to sleep on the ground when it's gonna be below freezing and you have a wood stove? I've done it, it works. It's just not ideal, but the main purpose of this video is to show you what the, I was gonna say advantages and disadvantages are of camping in a teepee tent, but right now I'm only coming up with disadvantages. I can think of one. Okay, so one is the heat distribution in this thing is really good, and the fact that because the heat rises and this tapers, it's gonna keep that heat down lower. So, I don't know, maybe sleeping on the ground would have been better. Huh. I reckon we got about an hour to an hour and a half left before this corned beef brisket is ready. And about 30 minutes before I take it out, we're going to put some red cabbage, potatoes, and carrots in there to soften up. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm hungry. But at this rate, the sun's going down, and it's going to be dark when we start eating. And it's gonna be dinner time. Now to see if it's done. Oh yeah. Let's find that meat. Let's cut into that brisket there. It's important with brisket that you go against the grain. It looks like it's going that way. Oh my gosh, it's so tender. Yes, sir. That is done. Look at that. It might not look too appeasing on the camera, but I guarantee you, that's good eating right there. Perfect. I hesitated when cooking this for this video because I have made it once before in a previous video, but man, it's just so good. It's
fairly affordable. I think that brisket right there was $14 plus the potatoes, the carrots, and the rolls. It's a damn good meal. And it's super easy. Yeah, it takes a while. That took in all about 4 hours, but it's like a set it and forget it sort of thing. But man, it hits the spot and it changes the mood when you have a full belly with something that tastes really good. If you've made it this far, I want to do some house cleaning and let you know a couple things. First and foremost, thanks for watching the video. YouTube has been pushing this hype feature and it's totally free. It doesn't cost you anything. And when I mentioned it on my last video, some people hit it and my goodness, did it help. Basically, if you hit the like button down below, which I also appreciate, that goes a long way. But after you hit that like button, there should be a, not for everybody. I don't know what the rhyme or reason is behind YouTube's decision on who gets it and who doesn't, but it's on my channel, but you might not see it. If you do, you'll hit that like button, and right in that same area there's a feature called Hype. It's totally free of charge. You click that, it gives my channel points and basically levels the playing field, and it's only available to small channels like mine with very few subscribers in the grand scheme of things. And yeah, it gives us some traction to get our videos out and to be seen by more people. There's a leaderboard. I'm on that leaderboard right now. I sure would appreciate it if all you did was hit that like button and hit the hype button. Now that I got a full belly, I'm probably going to retreat back to the teepee. And honestly, it's only 41 degrees out here right now. And with that stove burning in there, it's going to get super hot. I'm probably going to leave this awning open tonight and just run the stove. I've got a 15-degree bag and I've got thermals on. I'll be plenty warm, and I'm going to read a little bit of my book, going to watch a movie, but I'm going to get the fire going in that stove and probably call it a night. While we're on the topic of hypes and likes, hit that subscribe button, get the bell notifications. Also, if you go over to my Patreon page, and the same thing applies to the membership area of YouTube. I know it sounds confusing, but if you really like the content, consider donating, $5 a month or whatever it is. It's not much. And if you do that and you become a YouTube channel member or a Patreon member, they're interchangeable. They both have the same benefits. After my trips, I post the exact track and location of where I am camping. Every now and then, I even will do giveaways and give early access to videos before they release here on YouTube. I am stuffed. Good morning. It's chilly. Only 45 degrees Fahrenheit, though. It did not get nearly as cold as I had anticipated. But that was one of the best night's sleep I have had in a very long time. Thanks to, and I'll admit it, the style of the teepee tent, it just distributes that heat so good. There's no like really clearly defined layers. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be hotter towards the top, but it really helps push it down with the design of this thing.
And I'm sure you noticed the wood I'm using in this stove is not from around here. I brought that from home. That's a mix of hardwoods, mesquite, ash, even some citrus in there. And it just burns so much cleaner and so much longer and hotter. Whereas the trees around here are all coniferous, like evergreen trees, primarily ponderosa pine. And it's just not a good wood to burn in a wood burning stove. It burns way too quick. It's a softwood. But the primary reason why I don't use it is because it's so messy, and it can be quite dangerous too because of the amount of creosote that it puts out. I've had ponderosa pine literally clog up an entire spark arrestor before on wood stoves, and it coats the inside of the chimney, and if you get too much of that in there, it can combust and create quite a big hazard. So I steer away from it, and it is a little bit less work bringing it from home. The only thing that woke me up this morning was there's a logging road about 1/8 of a mile from here. And when those trucks come down that road, man, it creates quite a racket. And that's what woke me up. I'm going to start getting dressed, poke my head out, get some food in my belly, and start slowly packing up.
First, I want to go for a little hike and check out this ridge over here. Looks kind of interesting. Might have a good view out there. That sure is pretty. Great way to start the day. I just wish I had my cup of coffee that I made and left back at camp by mistake. But anyways, it is what it is. The snow is going to be coming soon. It's already been here a couple times. We're just in an unseasonably warm week right now. It's been here already a couple times this year, and it's coming again in a couple weeks. Next week, we're going to be out in a different spot with a different shelter. And I don't think there's going to be any snow, but when that snow comes, it makes me think that's another advantage to that teepee tent, is that is an excellent choice for snow camping. Because of its shape, the snow falls off. It makes it a great choice for four-season camping. I haven't written that tent off completely yet. If you had asked me last night, I can guarantee you the answer would be give it away. But they do make great shelters for snow camping. They're just small. There's better options out there, but they're heavier, bulkier. They are spacious, but they cost a lot more money. So what you get with that teepee tent for snow weather camping, it's definitely a win. So we're going to do that here in the next few weeks. As soon as the next snowstorm comes, I will, or maybe after that, but I'll bring the teepee tent out and we'll do a video on that. If you've made it this far in the video, one, I appreciate it because most of you don't. I got to figure out what the deal is with my view duration. That's always the crutch of YouTube creators, is keeping people engaged. I hope I've done somewhat of a good job of that on this trip. But while you're here, again, hit that like button, hit that hype button if it's available to you. It's both are free of charge. Sure is making a lot of good progress on small channels like mine, and it goes a really long way. I'm gonna head back to camp, start packing up and gearing up for next week's video. If you or someone you know is suffering from anything that's racking the noodle, if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, I can't stress enough the importance of getting the professional help that you and your loved ones deserve. And while you're getting that professional help, and afterwards, get outside, explore nature, breathe in the fresh air, and find your dirt road to reset. We'll see you next time, friends. Bye-bye.